Mm. Okay. So I don't know how I don't know how I don't know how long it's been since I made my flashcards initially for the mochi thing. Like when I finished that, yeah. But I'm going to do it today. Today I have a goal, and that is to finally get ready, set up to have flashcards. Yep, that's the goal. So let's just jump right into it. So to recap, this is mochi.cards. It has a website version, very cool. So I don't even need to open the app, so I won't, because I can't be arsed. And it's Electron anyway, so just use more power. I have 2 cards so far. This one, actually, let me see if it auto plays if I go off and back.
この町には何人スタンド使いがいるんだ
It does. So again, I have to translate this. I can hover for furigana if I need it. Next slide. Translation with an image, helpful little image to help you remember it. And then next slide again. And I get a breakdown. So I get the literal translation here, and then I get a pretty neat way of doing a breakdown. So I have the pink is like the main clauses or like main not clauses but like elements. So like kono machi wa is treated as what kono machi ni wa is treated as one thing because together it says in this town, right? Or like nannin stando tsukai, how many stand users? But then the white is a breakdown of that as well. So like kono is this, machi is town, the niwa is location plus a topic marker. So because you have a location plus topic marker, if you put it together with this town, you get in this town. Or for how many stand users, nannin means how many with the person counter. So how many people. And then stando, it's stand, right? That's katakana, specific to JoJo. And then sky is user wielder. So together, how many stand users? Because people, like stand users, are the people, so that's that. And then ga, subject marker, iru, to exist or animate. Then nda, which is like for rhetorical emphasis. You know? Like, この街は何人さんと使いがいるんだ type shit. And then the other card I have is this
頂
one.
点に立つ者は常に一人
Hote ni tatsu mono wa tsune hitori. I want to remember these so well, by the way, these 2 cards specifically, which is, I guess, good. Once again, you get the translation. This one, by the way, is not a direct translation. It's more like a faithful translation of how it'd be interpreted in English, especially in the context of a scene. But like as well, not necessarily interpreted in context though too heavily, because obviously I can't like infer the context in isolation like this. But the idea is not that I get like the exact wording correct, but just that I get the gist of the thing. Like here, I know that choten is like peak, so ni is like okay at the peak. Tatsu mono wa, okay, it's like the kind of person who stands at the peak. Sune hitori, sune is like eternally. Well, sune is eternal, so then sune ni becomes an adverb eternally, and then alone hitori. So the kind of person who stands at the peak or the summit is eternally alone. The one who stands at the peak is always alone. Exactly. So like obviously not word for word, but similar enough that I get the meaning, right? The semantics. And then again we got a breakdown. So the literal translation would be as for the type of person to stand at the summit, they are eternally alone. And then I got a breakdown. Like choten ni tatsu mono wa is quite complex. Choten being just peak or summit, ni locations like at the peak or summit or on the peak or summit. Tatsu is a verb meaning to stand, and then mono is a suffix for like type thing, or like in this case, the kind of person. So the kind of person who stands at the summit. It's actually backwards as well. Like notice how although we read it as summit's location marker to stand kind of person. Really, it's like the kind of person to stand at the summit, which is quite interesting. It makes it hard to translate as well in your head, like. Which is why I kind of stress this idea of not translating the grammar, but rather just kind of getting a natural feel for it. Because like if you were to translate this from English to Japanese every time in your head when speaking, it would just be too difficult because like the order here just fucks you up. And then wa topic marker sune ni is sune plus ni, so it becomes eternally, and then hitori alone. So yeah, I'm very happy with these 2 examples, and I want to make more. And then so that I can start reviewing them. I do have mochi cards on my phone. I bought a subscription like Yes, well, in the last video. Again, like $5 a month, which for me is like less than £4. So very cool. Can definitely justify that. And yeah. So I don't want to make all my cards from scratch, so I will be opening Anki because Anki has a few cards, not too many, thankfully. Because I kind of started this process of redoing my Anki deck again anyway. But I will port them now and get those there. I'll also see in this video if I make the time to read something. Like, well, like, what I want to do is watch Steel Ball Run episode 1 again, but like really pay attention to the Japanese and see what stuff I can extract from it. Because I said this in a previous video, but I want to get to a point. Why is there an update every single time I launch the app for HTTPS? I want to get to the point where I can watch Steel Ball Run without subtitles. That would be awesome. I don't think I'm going to get it. Well, to be fair, Steel Ball Run is like set to finish airing in like 2028. So honestly, it's kind of feasible. But we'll see. So for my Japanese cards, obviously, well, not obviously, but as you can see, a lot of them are suspended because these are the ones that I stopped using. But there are some that I did convert, which I think is in sentences. No, that's a new one I made. I'll just delete this one. Yeah, so in my mining deck, you can see I have a few. Minus is suspended, I think. Yeah. So in total, I have 50 non-suspended cards. I've already ported 2 of them, and I'll see which other ones I port. I might not port all of them, to be honest, but we'll see. てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたとから。What I will do is I'll probably exclude ones where the grammar is a bit too difficult, at least for now. Actually, can I suspend cards? I didn't try that. I know I can archive them, which I think is the same. Yeah, it's the same, which is kind of cool. Like there's a pin cards, which is interesting. I don't know why I would do that. Maybe just do something like as an exemplar, I can pin exemplars. It's not a bad idea to be fair, but I want all my cards to be exemplars, ideally. Yeah, so like kami no ke.
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたとこら
I will also try to use like these voice lines when I can. I mean, they were taken from the JoJo games where I can, but maybe also from an anime. I don't know. But
髪の毛
yeah, kami no ke is hair in the head. So let's take this one. Hopefully, well, we'll see how complex the grammar is, but yeah. So I just press a new card, and then I get this pop up here. So it wants my Japanese. It would be cool if I could resize this, because like I can't see all these fields, but if I hover, I can. Japanese sentence, then here is Japanese pronunciation, and this is optional. But yeah, if I highlight this and click add furigana, very easy. It just comes right there, and that's it. That's correct. So I don't need to do anything there. The pronunciation should be correct already, but we'll see, obviously. Although I don't see what else this could be interpreted as. Kami no ke should surely just be that. And then English translation. Bastard, what do you say about my hair, huh? Yep, that's that. And then the literal translation I'll get to for the breakdown. And the image, I'll use the same one I have here.
てめえ、
髪の毛
To be honest, I should really use like the source scene, because like the reason I did this
てめえ、
髪の毛
yeah, the reason I did this image before was to emphasize the hair, right? Because my keyword here was kami no ke, which means hair. But because I'm now doing the full sentences, I think I'll just take the original. O que você disse no meu cabelo? Yeah, I do want to learn Portuguese at some point. That would be sick. A holy hairstyle. The thing is, though, because like I'm doing, well, to be fair, right? Like people say, oh, no one, like no one in Japan talks like this. Like this kind of way of speaking is just like you shouldn't learn these. But if my goal is to watch JoJo anyway without subtitles, then I think I should do that. Okay, I've copied the furigana here, which is why it's kind of tweaking. Okay, that's better. We got the original. Yeah. This one would be good if I can get the full image. I mean, obviously I shouldn't spend too much time looking for images, but the images are important because like they do help it stick in your head and also just make it fun when reviewing. I can't lie. So yeah, what's the context of the scene? Oh right, it's the Rohan one. Let's look. Jojo Wiki. Actually, I can just do this. Josuke Higashikata /gallery. I made a typo. It's over. I'll actually mess it up so bad. Part 4. It'll be early on-ish. Here we go. Perfecto. So then we'll take this, go mochi, put the image there. It's now uploaded to my mochi base, which is very cool. And then I need to break down this. Also, I do want to include the custom audio. So tell you what, I'm gonna make a new. This is quite big actually. I wonder if I can change the height of this. But I want to add a new field for custom audio. Japanese audio overridden. That's automatic. But I want to have another one for like optional source audio. So I can have both the Japanese one, like the text to speech, because like that's still important, but also have the original if I have it available. So new fields, type, I guess text, but I'll paste it as a file. Oh, okay then. Yeah, call it source audio. Options. No. Yep, and I'll just go like here, I guess. Yeah, so if it's there, source audio. That should probably override the Japanese one if there. And yeah. Sure. So if I edit this one, I should be able to copy this one as a file.
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどう
Somehow. I'm not actually sure how to get this audio. I can't just like copy it. I might need to go to my files and find it. Okay, well let's do that then. Quick way to go to it is Anki tools, check media, view files, because that'll show all your media. Cool. And this is everything. So now I just need to find the file I want by name. I want 33 whatever the hell .wav. Search for that. There it is. And then I'll drag it into this desktop so I can just drag it in straight away. Hopefully I can just drag it in. Looks like I can. Yeah. Save. So now I got 2.
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたとこら
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたと、こら。
I do wonder if it'll play
この
automatically.
町には何人
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたとこら
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたと、こら。
Okay, it plays both, but that's fine. I could probably do some like div thing to disable autoplay, like in the HTML conditionally, but I actually don't want to, because I do want to hear both. Actually, I wonder if I flip the card early,
この町には何
does it get cut off?
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたとこら
てめえ、俺の髪の毛がどうしたと。
That's good, because I mean, honestly, I prefer it plays in the background with my cards before and Anki. Well, first of all, I don't know if it would get cut off regardless, but definitely because I have yeah, it would have because I had it auto playing via JavaScript, so that wouldn't have worked unless I found some other workaround. But also because it would the word cards, the word audio would play like this.
てめえ、
So if I flip,
俺の
髪の毛、
then it plays this audio
髪の
instead.
毛、
But yeah, it's actually just having plain full in the background. Even like if I don't listen to every single word of it, like as long as just it being there passively can be useful. So for the div, I do want this image to be a certain height, like max height. Let's say 300 pixels. Hopefully that does something. Okay, so now it's on scroll. And it scrolls that part too? That's weird. Part two, what? Why does this affect this as well? That's strange. Bizarre even. Right, let's get the inspector open, see what's going on here. Genuinely don't know how I got it like that. If I disable this, it's fine. Even though it's just around it's around the paragraph, which is around the image. That is anything if it's not strange. How about just height? Same thing. Yep, should have figured. Yeah, what to do then? What to do? Surely I can set the image here. No, because it's text fields, I can't do that. Hmm. That's annoying. If I choose an image search. No options. Okay, let me check the documentation and see if there's anything. Surely you can resize images, but let's see. Resize. For example, okay, let's have a look. This is the admin 5 days ago. Resizing is broken at the moment. Oh, but that's in a table. Puberty. What? Why is bro? Is he learning Thai for like pubic hair? Okay, bro. Um. Okay. How do I? Is it in the docs maybe? Markdown, formatting, images and media. Yeah, so you can resize it like this, but can I make it part of the template? So like if I do, hmm. I mean, because here it's not an embed like that. But I can do it in the card itself, which is actually okay. Let me just see if I can get this to work. Yeah, it's very strange that this doesn't work. The HTML isn't acting like I would expect it to. Like, why is this now fused as well? Like, it's like adding this one div has really just messed up everything in weird ways. Span makes no difference. Um, ooh. Oh, right, close or open. Let's open Claude because I want to ask it a question. Papa, I have this code currently, but doesn't resize the image as expected. Yeah. Unfortunately, I only have control over that outer div. So the height constraint and I see this cascade down. Hey, it knows I'm a mochi. I mean, like I kind of do custom CSS, yeah. I guess I should. So, okay. Let's try this then. Whoops. My photo's silent. Okay. Max. Ew. Just drooled. Max height. 300 pixels. What the hell? That's 300. That's crazy. We'll make this paragraph. Well, dot paragraph. Img. Is it object for contain? I don't know if that does anything in this case. No. But max width as well should be 100%. Yeah. Okay. So see how that affects other stuff. Yeah. Okay. So let me just choose a width that's height that's actually good. This is overridden by elemental style. Nah, fair enough. I'll just delete it then. Doesn't matter. But yeah, let's increase his height. Okay, so for one of these, it's like 325. So if I apply that to here, I get this. Yeah, and then I can click on it to zoom in. I mean, really, I should crop this anyway, but for now, I like this. So let's go to my CSS, which I have in my documents, mochi, snippets. Snippets plural, even though it's literally only one. Get this open in NeoVim. Holy shit, that was slow. Oh my days. Okay. Load. Yeah, so dot paragraph. I could just copy paste this, but max height 325 px, width object fit set to contain. Save that, and settings. Add a theme. Where was I? Snippets here. Okay. In my trash, I've got this stuff. Don't really care. Leave that for now, and boom. So if I refresh the tab, it should remove all the CSS, but this still applies. Cool. So now I'm just going to crop this because it's way too big. Your file cannot be accessed. Really? It's weird. It's weird. I mean, it's a blob. So what I'll do is I'll take a screenshot. Yes. And then edit this, delete this, and paste it here. Control Enter, and it's better. I can make it bigger, to be fair. But like, I don't want it to be too big. I can change it later if I really want to. I think this is fine. Making it the same height as these 16:9 images. Okay. So then I need the breakdown. I'm eating OTs, by the way. They're kind of mid. Those are like more unhealthy than ginger nut biscuits by Towergate, even though they are OTs and seem like they'd be healthier. They also taste like worse because it's kind of like OT taste. Yeah. So as you always do for accurate stuffing, you ask Claude. In fact, I'm making a new project here with Claude called Learning Japanese. I've loads of these things: Learning Go Camel, Haskell, CSS, Rust, and now Japanesey. So I am trying to learn Japanese as someone who has on and off learned it for a few years now. It's actually been a while. You've reached the maximum number of projects. Well, fucking kill me. We did ask. Pro is 15 a month. Okay. Yeah, that's not ideal. I guess I'll just delete this one. Do I lose all the chats? Actually, it doesn't matter. I never look at them anyway. Doesn't look like it got deleted. Cannot delete. Okay. Try again. Go away. Learning Japanese. Yeah, screw the instructions. Okay. And yeah. Give me a breakdown of this with a direct translation. Because, I can make my best guesses, but better to double check with at least some form of credible source. I know AI can make shit up, but hey, you, what did you do to my hair, huh? What? Is that what it says? Wow. There's slurred doshita. Mm. Yeah, doshita means like what's wrong, right? Doshita? What's wrong? Or I guess in this case, what was that? Like, what was that about my hair? Kind of thing. What did I say? What are you saying about my hair? Hmm. So teme is like you, but it's like really aggressive, which is why it's usually translated as bastard. Then ore, it's like I, it's like I, I, very informal, rough, masculine. Teme ore no, so my kami no ke, hair. I'm wearing a beanie, but whatever. Ga, subject marker. Doshita, what happened? What's wrong? Type thing. What was that even? To is apparently for interrogative particle, and then kora at the end. So yeah, what is doshita? Let me put this in Jisho. Doshita. Somehow, in what way, why, what kind of? Yeah, I know doshita can mean why. What's the matter? What's wrong? Doshita no. How can one do something? So it seems to have lots of different things. I assume like shita is like the past tense of like suru, kind of, but do itself means many things. How, in what way, how about? Okay, let me get the kanji, which is this one. Yeah, how, in what way, how about? So it's how, do, how was that? Interesting. Yeah, so this was quite hard to translate, honestly. It would appear, or like at least like to get this meaning, it's not so straightforward. But like you, my hair. Actually, first, I should probably do the breakdown here first. So, teme, right? Which means like you, very rude. It's like you, rude, aggressive, bastard. Then ore no kami no ke. So just ore no. It's probably fine there. Um, my, right? With ore being I, like rough, masculine, and not being the possessive particle or marker. Uh, Oops, need to close that. And then, by the way, this is I think this what I have here for like the way I write it is pretty nice. It's quite clean, even if the rows and columns don't match up, but that's fine. Kami no ke, hair, like kami. Yeah, so kami is like head, I think. Hair, head. Yeah, kami is head. No, again, it's a possessive particle. Just copy that actually. And ke is like hair, but like general kind of thing. Hair, fur, wool, yeah, like hair in general. And then kami no ke ga is just our subject marker. Subject or topic? Subject, right? Yeah. Subject marker. And then ga doshita. In this context, doshita means okay, in this context, it means what did you say about my hair? How does doshita translate to that? It doesn't. What's wrong with my hair? 俺の髪の毛が何だと言ったこら Yeah. I was supposed to like eat that. なんと言いますか I can't remember how it was. Never mind. That's different. なんと言いますか何言ってますか What did you say? Non. So, what's wrong with my hair? Intent. I see. So it says like what's wrong? What's wrong? Kind of. どうしたと whatever. So どうした is like how would I do this? Should I add like a note here like this? Slur of どうした Well, no, let's say actually I'm kind of curious how that looks. Not great. Put it here. Yeah. And then ga no to. To is like interrogative particle. Interrogative. Interrogative. Whatever. And then kora. Hey. Yeah. Aggressive exclamation. Kora. Like a punk. So てめえ
てめえ俺の
俺の
髪の毛が
髪の毛が
どうした
どうした
とこら
とこら Bastard, what's about my hair, huh? So you, my hair. Okay, let me just fix that one. So you, rude, aggressive. 俺の髪の毛がどうしたとこら Yep. So directly translated, bastard. My hair, subject. What's wrong with my hair? What's wrong with my hair? Huh? Yeah. What's that about my hair? It's probably a better English translation. I know in context, like you can extrapolate it, but from this alone, it's just not there. So But yeah. Cool. Good flashcard. Alright, next one. I'm aware it's taken time to make these, but it's worth it. And like keep in mind, by the way, just some advice for anyone making flashcards. Making flashcards is part of the learning process, okay? When you make the card and spend time making the card, your engagement with it is going to help you remember that card in the long term anyway. So think of it like that. And then like this applies to all forms of note taking really. If you think taking notes is taking a long time, good. Well, I mean, obviously like a long time in terms of like you have to think about it, right? Obviously, like if you have some tedious process that's just kind of like mind numbing, then whatever. But like if you are thinking about like this, like breaking down in this case, like I'm breaking down the sentence, figuring out the pieces. Yes, it takes a long time, but it's worth it because I get a better understanding, and just the process of doing it is already kind of putting it into my mind. So, yeah. Okay, we got that one done. Next one. I should probably mark these. I'm gonna tag these or flag these rather. If I flag them as green, they are done.
注射の針が痛い。
What? The injection needle hurts. I'm gonna skip that one. Needles. I don't like this. Yeah, just now. Jojo Dai Shichi or Jojo Dai Nana Bu ga daisuki desu. I love the seventh part of Jojo. That was quite useful actually. Like that is something I would say, So awesome. Get some Furigana automatically. Dai Nana. I will get custom Furigana for this one because I need to know how to pronounce that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Bu ga daisuki. Separate those. This. Yep, English translation. I love the seventh part of JoJo. I love JoJo Part 7. Or more literally, well, again, start with the breakdown. JoJo, it's just JoJo. JoJo Dai Nana Bu is one expression, meaning seventh part, or like part number 7, but like whatever. So Dai is like, you know, how would I even translate this? Like, whoops, whoops. Prefix for forming ordinal numbers. Yeah. So like ordinal prefix. Original? Ordinal prefix. Okay. 7 is 7. Not even going to include that actually. And then bu is like part. In this case, it's part with a capital P. That's just a convention for JoJo part names, but yeah, like parts, region, area is part. Okay, like part of. Yeah. Ga again, just a subject marker. We'll see this one a lot. Subject particle. Should I call it subject particle or subject marker? I feel like marker is just a better name. Indicates the subject of a sentence. Okay. Subject marker. I like marker more than particle, to be fair. Because like that's like what it does. Particle is just like what it is, but like the marker says what it does, and it marks the subject. And then daisuki. Yep, daisuki. Love. with dai meaning big, kind of. Large, big, great. Yeah, like big, great. And suki meaning like. Kind of. One of the more complicated things, as I'm sure many videos on YouTube and articles will say, is like liking, more like taste. Yeah, liking. A great liking. Loving, even. Okay, and then this is just a copula. Which, if you know what that is, you know what that is. Yep. Could mean to be is what is a copula even like defined? Connecting link, e.g., is seems. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine to call that copula. Whoopsie daisy! I just pressed the wrong button. Thankfully, I can undo that. Yeah, so subject marker, and I also need to make sure that I'm using the semicolon for multiple things, like meanings. So, JoJo Part 7 is loved by me. That's the implicit thing there. Realize I have no image for that.
部
That's not Part 7. That's just general for parts. So let's look for Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run. Got his the new sexy poster. You'll love to see it. Boom. Yep. I love JoJo Part 7. Why is this not in Furigana?
ジョジョ第7部が大好きです
It's weird. I guess I can't do numbers. Okay.
ジョジョ第7部が大好きです
Oh yeah, I can't do numbers. That's a shame. Can I use like a Japanese number maybe, or is it already Japanese? It's already Japanese font, so it's weird that I can't apply that. But not a huge problem anyway. At least not yet. Yep, JoJo Dai Nanabu ga Daisuki desu. Done. So now just check these ones again. Make sure I'm being consistent. You aggressive. Yeah, so instead of slash, that should be a semicolon to indicate a different way of saying it. The comma is like a listing only. It's like rough and masculine is what this actually says, not or. Save that. This one should be good, to my knowledge. Make sure I'm using a marker, not particle. Iru is technically a copula here, but no, actually, no, it's not. I'm lying. It's not. This is a verb for existence. Different from the copula. Here, peak summit, just stand type thing, kind of person. I don't know why I put a slash there when I didn't do it here, but adverbial marker, nice. Topic marker, nice. Love to see it. Possessive marker. Possessive marker. Interrogative particle marker. Interrogative marker. Yeah, I guess marking it as interrogative. Nice. Cool. Next one. So control 3. For the ones I'm not doing, I'll just make them red. Yep. Ugoku o... Right? Ugoku? No. Doshi o kakkoke. I changed the verb to past tense. Nah, not important. At least not yet. Please do not repeat the same mistake. Mistake is what? Ayama? That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good sentence in general because of the structure of it. 同じ過ちを繰り返さないでください. Please do not repeat the same mistake. I don't think I have a source audio for that one. I'm mumbling so hard. Oh my days. Image. I think it's like some old woman.
同じ過ち
Oh, it's this one. Because it's a mistake. Okay. Let's get another image. Yeah, I got this one before. Not that it tells you literally anything. 同じ過ち. Why does searching in Japanese for these things give me like actual manga panels? Like, isn't it like if I just search in English for same mistake? Okay, I guess I do get quotes and this guy. Never mind. Fair enough. Just use this. It's expressing the right thing. This also helps, but I'd rather use like Japanese images for Japanese stuff. Just to keep that like kind of that theme-ish thing going. Like, how do I explain this? Using Japanese images helps keep helps me associate it with Japanese is what I'm trying to say. 同じ過ち same mistake. Yep, 同じ is same. Um, 過ち is mistake or error. O is it's a verbal marker, but I don't actually know how you describe it. Projects. Is it pin this one? Give me a breakdown of this. 同じ same mistake error object marker. Right, the object of the sentence. Because you're making the mistake, so it's the object. I don't fully understand how objects work, to be honest, in grammar, but like just in general, but hopefully over time. Without repeating, don't repeat. 繰り返さないで. It's the whole thing. God damn. So to repeat is 繰り返す. Negative form, さない. Then ないでください. Is for polite negative requests. ないで. So like, what's ないで by itself? Te form of the negative. Don't cry. Okay, good to know. So don't repeat. Basically, do not repeat. Because 繰り返す means to repeat. And then sa. What's the negative? Sanai. Oh, never mind. So nai is just part of the thing. So sanai. Negative form, negative suffix, and then de. What is de actually doing? Te form connector. Connects two phrases. Te form of da, the copula, which connects two verbs or phrases. Play at the park. No, that's different usage. Being in the state of not doing, without doing. Being in the state of not doing. I see. So please do not be in the mistake of doing. Please do not be in the state of doing this mistake. Interesting. Like desu, I guess would also be copula kind of thing. So you could say 繰り返さないです. Right? Desu. But then if you say de kudasai instead of desu kudasai, de kudasai. Could this just end with de su if it wasn't followed by kudasai? No. Okay. Yeah. Neither is valid. Retains the meaning. I do repeat it. Please don't repeat it. It isn't separable from kudasai. So neither is like without doing. Okay, it's a complex, but I'll just put it there for now. And then kudasai just means please. So it's like, please. Please do not repeat the same mistake. Yeah. Like, please do not be in the state of repeating mistakes. Of repeating the same mistakes. Yeah, that'll do. I mean, like, it's hard to get really specific with the grammar breakdown here, but it doesn't need to be crazy specific. To be fair. Okay, toi to koko e koi hanashi ga aru. Hey, come here. I've got something to tell you. Okay, that one's I think Dario telling Dio to come to him. So let's add furigana. Perfect. That's a different image than I expected. Hey, keep here. I got something to tell you. The breakdown. Choito. A little. Briefly. Hey. Does it mean hey or like come here a bit? Break this down. Whoops. Break this down for me. Okay, so it's like hey. So toito. It's like hey. Hey. Kokoe, come here. Or to here. Like kokue koi, right? Come here. Come here. Koko just means here. E is the destination particle marker? Directional particle. Okay, directional marker. So here, this direction makes sense. And then koi means come. Like come imperative tone. Pause, bro. And then hanashi. Hanashi can mean like story, but in this case, just like something to say. Yeah, talk. So like something to say. And hanasu means to say, to be fair. But that's a noun. Hanashi ga is a subject marker. Yep. And then aru is to be for inanimate objects. Like a story. Or there is in this case. To exist. Like there exists. Yep, so hey, are there no breaks in this sentence?
ちょいとここへ来い話がある。
Like I feel like there should be some like punctuation here or something breaking it up to different clauses. ちょいとここへ来い話がある. There should be Dario speaking to Dio. I'm surprised it doesn't show up. ちょいとここへ来い Dario. Not that one. I'm going to pull out my manga for this one. My USB. I think I will. If I can find it. One sec. He says as he proceeds to not move at all, but where is my USB? Ah, okay. Um, I think this is the correct one. I have another USB for like game stuff. Oh, yeah. JoJo official. I do actually have season 1 of the anime, which I ripped from my DVDs, by the way, my Blu-rays. So I guess I could get it from there. In fact, I think I might just do that. Okay, well, first I need to see how it's written actually. Manga part 1, Japanese kara. I have Chinese color. Why do I have Phantom Blood in Chinese? That's so random. Is this useful, chat? I don't know. I do want to learn Chinese, but I don't think I learned it from JoJo, of all places. Yeah, Dario's dying. Should be here. Oh, what? Never mind. It's a completely different. No, here. Choi to kokoe koi. Maybe it's choi to kokoe koi, like come here a moment instead of hey. And then yeah, and then there is separation there. In fact, if we go to the anime, very convenient that I ripped these beforehand. Let's get the Japanese subtitles.
Feast your eyes on that.
This is going to get so copyrighted. Okay, let me just Japanese Blu-ray. Yep, I just had it.
Damn your mind your.
Okay, for some reason the subtitles are not in Japanese, and it's also in English dub. It's awful. Japanese dub, subtitle, English, 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 English. I have no Japanese subtitles? Damn, that sucks. Okay, let us hear then.
Dio, ここへ来い。Dio, 聞こえねえのか。
Can you hear me? Are you deaf?
なんだい父さん薬かい
バカ野郎、んな聞きもしねえ薬いらねえんだよ。酒だ。薬買うかにあってな。酒だかい。
Okay. did they just remove that scene completely? Or like at least like that line of dialogue? Never mind then. Well, that sucks. Whatever. I do have it here though. In the manga. Page 9 was it? Nope, I thought my memory was being godlike there for a second. Page 11. Yep. Let's take a direct screenshot from there. Okay. Paste it here. Yeah, so I think in this case it's toito like a moment, right? Just a minute for a moment briefly. So let's say choito kokoe, with choito meaning a moment, briefly. Well, for a moment. Come here for a moment. Come here moments. Yeah, and then this should really be separated. In fact, will I even separate? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I see why that happens. Not really what I intended. Can I get that to work? Actually, then, if I use HTML tags instead, H2, maybe. No, because then this just bugs out for some reason. God, I just love it when the HTML doesn't HTML. Let's try this then. Separate lines. I mean, it works, but then for some reason I get a stray like heading to closing thing for some reason, which just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would that show up? Okay, now it's fixed. Yeah, it's fixed. Although I have this big gap at the start, and then like no gap there. This is really strange, dude. I don't understand how this is rendered properly. But it's definitely not what it should be. Okay, now I have that as well. Hello? Why? I feel like I'm being trolled right now. Okay, so screw that then. I'll just do style equals font size 30px, whatever. Yeah, but like then I took it like the heading properly. Yeah, no. Okay, let's just change it back to what it was before. Change it back to what it was before. Um, and edit this to use a full stop. Okay, that is an annoying bug, I can't lie.
ちょいとここへ来い。話がある。
Yeah. Wait for a moment, something to say, don't want to exist. It's like, come here a moment. I've got something to tell you. Come here for a moment. There is something I have to say. Or to tell.
ちょいとここへ来い。
Yep. Nice. Alright then, next one. What's this? Children learn languages quickly. Oh yeah, I thought it was kodomo. Kodomo wa hayaku gengo wo manabu. Cool. Relevant. Children learn languages quickly. So kodomo mean children. Wa topic marker. Hayaku quickly or fast even. Well, fast and quickly. Gengo. Yeah, this one's a much nicer, a much easier sentence. Just language. Not even like compound things here really. Object marker. And then this. Ooh, I forgot my furigana. Kodomo wa hayaku gengo manabu, which is to teach, I think. Don't know why I closed your show again. Yeah, to learn to study. Oh no, to learn. My bad. To learn, because it's talking about the children learning fast. Yep, and this should be called. What's this spread here? Kodomo. That's right. So kodomo. Okay. So as for children, so as for children, they learn languages quickly. Image, probably just some yes image. That's not even relevant really. But it's like not specific to this sentence. Why is it? Oh, because it's including the furigana, I'm guessing. Kodomo wa hayaku gengo o manabu. Mama, wan wan, boo boo, wan wan nita. Gohan chodai. Mama gohon yonde. I'm guessing that's irrelevant. I actually can't really tell because I have no idea. I don't really know what they're saying other than mama, papa. Oh, mama. Kashi chodai. What does that mean? Okashi chodai. Holy baby. Baby crawling. I think I'll go for this image. Or this image. Or this image? English alphabet. Boo! But these are English letters. Damn it. Still, this one's cute. I like it. If it stands out to you, then it's more memorable. So I'll choose a cute image of the dad and his daughter. 子供は
子供は早く言語を学ぶ。
perfect. Yep. So now I'm kind of getting to the flow of it. I mean, that one was a lot easier as well, but this one is literally lacking a sentence. Oh, probably because it was meant to.
説明はいりません。
What? Oh, I missed it. 説明はいりません. An explanation is not required. So 説明がいりません. No explanation is needed. Breakdown. 説明 means explanation. Pretty self-explanatory. Wa is the topic marker, yet again. Irimasen is to not be needed. Well, yeah, to not be needed. Right. I should just copy pasted it. Damn it. Iru, of course, meaning to be needed. Yeah. Iru. Iru, to be needed, to be necessary. Then masen, negative, not. It's like masu. Politeness, respect, to be. Is it? Would you say it's a copula? Masu. Masen. Just not. Yeah, formal negation. Formal negative. Yeah, good enough. So an explanation is not needed. I wonder what image I use for this one. A plant watering flowers. Yep, that makes sense. Damn it. Setsume wa irimasen. I need like a furigana removal button as well when I'm copy pasting. What? Well, it would suck if I get like NSFW content in my Google search results. That would be quite bad and kind of ruin the whole video. What is this? An explanation is not needed. Setsume wa irimasen. Like, I'm not sure how else I can simplify that. No explanation? Setsume. Janai? What would convey this? No explanation needed. I mean, if I did it in English, I swear I would get something good. Quotes. God, I hate getting quotes when I do Google search, man. Japanese shush. Hitler? What? Japanese shush. Like Japanese, don't worry. Yeah, like this kind of thing. It's just a thumbs up, man. It's like it's so vague. Um, I guess this is a good. Well, I mean, it's a 4 though, whatever that means. Don't worry, I'm crazy strong. Ah. Um, Japanese, no explanation. Like, how do you convey this? No explanation is needed. Oh, this image is because like a plant needs water and sunlight. God, that is quite far away from the from the full sentence meaning. Japanese, forget about it. No explanation needed. Being high IQ in Japan. This is actually perfect. It's just a meme. Okay, let's use this. It has English in the image, which I don't love, but I'm trying to be bilingual, not only Japanese. Not like whatever. Ooh, text wrapping is killing me here, but it is what it is. Okay, done. Next one. Ro means old man. I'm gonna skip that one. Bi. Bi wa hito no kokoro ni aru. Beauty is in a person's heart. I like that quote. I mean, I assume it's a quote. I don't actually know. Bi wa hito no kokoro ni aru. Beauty lies within a person's heart. For the breakdown, bi, beauty, wa, topic, marker, hito no kokoro. Oh, just hito. We're fine here to be fair. Person. Actually, okay. Hito no kokoro. Person's heart. So hito means person. No is a possessive marker. And kokoro means heart. And then ni direct. What's ni officially? Location marker? Yeah. Location marker. And then aru. To exist for inanimate objects. Okay. So as for beauty, it is in a person's heart. Image was because like just beauty, not on the heart though. So try this one. Where did I copy that from? From the card. Okay. Whoopsie. How can I show this image as an image? Beauty is in it. Who is this? Who is this? Looks interesting. Beauty is in a person's heart. Nice-ish image. How about beauty kokoro no bi? So Chinese. No. That was a company. What? I like this. This also works. This is AI though. And it's a white person! No! Poetry? Or something? Yeah, I forgot AI exists, so I could just use AI to generate pictures that I need, but I'd rather use real ones if I can. Funny how I search for hearts beauty, and I'm getting like no hearts here. There's one. Okay, let's not look into that. Okay, I think this one probably is the best one then. It's kind of lame though. I can't lie. Crocodile. What the hell? How is that the kanji, bro? Like what? Okay. Uh, beauty in the heart. Beauty in the heart, in the here. Jesus Christ, why do I get quotes whenever I search for these? That's so BS. Okay, this is Chinese. If I knew if I knew the show, then it would actually make sense. But I don't know the show, so I can't really use it because it just makes no sense out of context. Beauty is not in face; it's in the hearts, bro. Be no kokoro ni bi. Beauty from the heart, or in the heart, or de. I'm getting no results, bro. Like, is my language not Japanese or something? I should be allowing Japanese search results. Not a heart to be seen, bro. Okay, finding the images is definitely the most time consuming here right now. Definitely wasting quite a bit of time with this. Is that an album cover? Like she's pointing towards her heart, but like there's still no like if there's like an imprint like of a heart, that'd be quite useful. Like this is decent, but like it's just a tattoo. How about be Jo no kokoro? So beautiful woman's heart is what this means. These results might not be what you're looking for. How? Like it's not a crazy request. Where's the heart, man? Where's the heart? Okay, kokoro no what's hand in Japanese? Te. Yeah, like this. Perfect. Jesus Christ. Like pointing to the heart type thing. Not perfect, but decent. Even like this, like the whatever the freaking Korean thing is, K-pop thing is. Okay, so it's AI. Right then. Paste. See. Right.
美は人の心にある。
美は人の心にある. Beautiful. Beautiful indeed. See, it's funny because it's about beauty. All right, new card. So you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 already. Awesome. 9 in total. Wait, I didn't read this one. Okay, we already have this one. Awesome. His eyebrows are thick. Skip that one. Is German pronunciation difficult? Hatsuon. Deutschugo. Hatsuon is a good one to do, but I feel like German. Actually, no, German is quite difficult. So I'm going to copy that one. I mean, it's a question, but it's fine. Is German pronunciation difficult? Go hatsu on するのは難しいが is German pronunciation difficult? Also, I like how this actually has spell check, right? Which Anki doesn't, if I'm not mistaken. Or if it does, it's my system one, which is kind of bad anyway. ドイツ語 German language, because it has Deutsch, which means German, and Go, which in this case means language. I will actually confirm that real quick. Like Gengo is language, but that's because it's like language kind of thing. Word term language. So what's Gengo? Language. Word. It's like word kind of. I don't know, man. Okay, so German language. Then we go all object marker. Okay. Then we've got Hatsuon, which is pronunciation. Hatsuon suru. Hatsuon suru no wa. Interesting. Okay, so suru is to do. So like to pronounce is hatsuon suru. To make pronunciation. No wa. So really it's this as a whole. So the act of pronouncing. Right? I don't know why I say right, like whatever. Hatsuon by itself means pronunciation. Suru means to do or to make, I think. Same as Spanish, hacer, funnily enough. To carry out or to do, okay? So not just make, but like to carry out. To do, carry out. And not, in this case, is a nominalization marker, if that makes sense. So not can be the possessive marker, but also the nominalization marker. Nominalizing. How do I say it? Nominalizing marker. Nominalizer. Nominalizer. Yeah, just nominalizer. So what it does is it turns like an action into a noun. So if I have hatsuon suru, meaning to pronounce, then hatsuon suru no means the act of carrying out pronunciation or the act of pronouncing, which is kind of cool. One of my favorite Japanese grammatical features, because in English you have to say like the act of, whereas in Japanese you just put no, and it just transforms it so that you can use a verb as a noun, and it's just so clean. I love it. Literally one of my favorite language features from Japanese. Wa is the topic marker. Same old. Muzikashi means difficult. And then ka is just the question marker. Or the inquisitive marker, but doesn't matter. It denotes the question. Okay, image. Actually, first this. As for the German language is the act of pronouncing the German language difficult? Yeah. Let's see what comes up here. Copy this one, so I get rid of the hiragana, furigana. Nihongo versus Deutschgo. German yapper. German. Wait. One pixel. One pixel speaking German. Good enough. Another language I'd love to learn. I do actually have German blood. Like, I am as German as I am English and Irish and Ghanaian, but I don't speak it.
ドイツ語を発音するのは難しいか
I love the text to speech. It's so good now. Yeah. Cool. Control 3. This image is beautiful. Kono gazo wa kirei da. Skip that one. Kind of pointless. By the way, this guy is my cat. Okay, this one's from Jojo. Tokuro de koitsu wa watashi no neko sa. And the grammar is interesting here. So let's see. Break this down. Tokuro de, by the way, koitsu, this guy, wa watashi no neko sa. Yeah, that's quite useful. Tokuro de, being like, by the way, that's something that'd be good to use. Oh, okay, it's just lagging there. And furigana, only one thing there. By the way, this is my cat. I mean, it's like this guy. It's like koitsu. This guy is my cat. This is my cat. A light assertive tone. Yeah. So break down. Tokuro de. Is that all it means? Or is there more to it? Tokuro de. Tokuro. Tokuro means place, spot, one's house. Wow. Probably just leave it there then as a full phrase, set phrase. So by the way, koitsu, he, she, this guy, this person, this fellow, this thing. Yeah. This guy, this thing. Depends how you want to address a cat. I think this guy is a bit more characteristic of a cat owner. Topic marker. Watashi no. My. I know I'm a bit inconsistent on when I combine the not with the thing, but I'll do it here. Watashi though is like the more feminine version. Formal or feminine? Yeah, like formal / feminine. Like honestly, in this context, it could be that Darby wants to kind of appear nice to the group. Like for those who don't know the context of the scene, it's from JoJo. It's an enemy saying this, and like he's introducing his cat. But I assume like him saying Watashi is to be like kind of like mocking them in a way, like this is my cat, like being like overly formal or even like overly like feminine, where it's like this is my cat, by the way, to kind of like show that he's relaxed and like doesn't like he's unbothered by them because they could beat him up at any second, but because of how he plays it, he manages to trap them. Possessive marker. So that's quite interesting. So much like nuance in like these in Japanese, honestly. It makes translating quite difficult, but also just makes it very interesting. Yeah. And then sa. What's it? Sentence ending particle with an assertive tone. Assertion. Light assertion. Okay. Hopefully I do have an image for this one. Yep. Perfect.
Neko.
I can't copy it. Tragedy strikes. I actually can't. That's annoying. I can open it like this though, and then copy it. Nice. A Starby there. By the way, this guy is my cat. Yeah, sounds a bit weird to say. Sounds a bit weird to say this guy. Really, you'd be like, this little guy is my cat. But like Koitsu, just like this is like.
ところでこいつは私の猫さ。
I do have the audio for this one, so let's pull that up from here. ところで私の猫さん. Here it is. Please drag. Why am I using my mouse like that? My trackpad. I have a mouse.
ところで、こいつは私の猫さ。
Goats. I love Darby. Well, to an extent. I love the fight though. It's a great little arc. Okay, as I'm sure many would agree, of course. この漫画家は新人だ。新人だ. This mangaka is a newcomer. I know what mangaka is. I'm not going to forget that anytime soon. I wouldn't use this really. I mean, like, say, like, he is a newcomer though. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to use this, not for mangaka, but for, like, other situations where I'd say this guy is a newcomer. That could be quite useful, to be fair. Mangaka is interesting. It has manga and then ka. I mean, like, interesting in terms of, like, where the furigana goes. Man-ga. Okay. So, manga is separate. Mangaka wa shinjin. Shin means new. Jin means person in this case. Nice. Yeah, this mangaka. Oh, no, Sono is that. That mangaka is a newcomer. Or just like new. Well, no. Newcomer's fine. So, Sono. That. Mangaka. Mangaka. Wa. Very, very simple sentence here. Topic marker, not particle. Shinjin. Ah, my keyboard is tweaking. Newcomer with shin meaning new and jin meaning person. So like new person, newcomer. And da. Just being a copula. Now for da versus this. That is casual. Yeah, so copula formal. As a little like side note there. Like it's not like crazy formal. I mean like crazy informal, but it's like quite casual. You wouldn't say it if you meant business. The mangaka is a newcomer. Araki is not a newcomer. Huh? Literally cartoon picture expert. It's how mangaka means. That's awesome. Little Easter egg there. Yeah, he's not a newcomer. I mean, this will probably just age poorly, won't it? Mangaka Shinjin mangaka. Yeah, he's a newcomer. But yeah. What's like a newish manga? I mean, I don't really follow like manga releases, so I don't know. He is a new mangaka. I don't know. I'll do Araki when he's young. Hell? Is this a callback or just him just doing it for fun? It must be a callback. But yeah, this picture is iconic. Oh my god. Iraqi beautiful men. To be fair. Yeah, this picture is so aura. This is the first picture ever from Phantom Blood, but this picture is just so aura, bro. 1960 to present. This is from Bao. I quite like this picture. Although it's all time stamped. If there's actually no. If there's a date on it, it'd be good. This is good though, because it's literally the first volume of Phantom Blood. So it's quite fitting to use this one. Let's see if I might get a higher quality picture of that. Perfect. My goat. My king. Our king. That mangaka is a newcomer. Well, as for that mangaka, they are a newcomer. That's the literal translation, technically.
その漫画家は新人だ。
Perfecto. Yep. The coast at night is dangerous. This one's from Poaching Seashore. But I don't know when I'd ever use this. Like Yoru night find like Kaigan. Not really. Disable that one. Even like in JoJo, there's one like it's a spin-off where they go to the coast. So like I don't really need to keep that fresh in my mind. Please teach it to me the way to use Ripple. Oshite kudasai hamon no tsukai kata wo. This one is quite an interesting grammatical breakdown. Oshiete kudasai hamon no tsukai kata wo. Kata's like way, so it's like way of the Hamon user, kind of. Which is awesome, isn't it? When you put it that way. Or like the way to use Ripple, whatever. What image for this one? Just that. This one's, Hamon is obviously a big part of JoJo, but the sentence flashcards, while they're useful for vocabulary, they're more so for the sentence structure. That's why I do it. Because like vocabulary will come naturally anyway. Like I don't need flashcards for English words, for instance. If I see them often enough, they'll just start to stick. So likewise, if I just see them like Japanese words in random sentences, without focusing on them, they'll naturally come to stick. In fact, they'll stick better if I don't focus on them, because then like I need to understand the whole sentence. So I need to use them. Whereas if I have my sentence flashcards where I do focus on a single word in that sentence, then I will filter out the other words. So this is useful, but this way it also makes me get the structure of the sentence, which is really important for being able to form sentences, right? And like to implicitly digest the grammar. So, oshiete kudasai. The verb is not here. Oshieru. Oshiete is like teach me. Is it? Would you say it's imperative? Someone who asks for answers without first researching by himself. There's a word for that. Oshiete-kun. No way. That's common. That's too good. Right. Let me ask Gemini to break this down. Gemini, bro, Claude. First, I kept saying ChatGPT, and now I keep saying Gemini, even though I'm on Claude now. Break this down grammatically. Oshite. What is te form, really? Polite request pattern. What is the te form in general? To connect or modify verbs. Right. So like it doesn't mean something in of itself, it's more just for connection. Okay. So oshiete kudasai. Kinda has to be treated as like one thing, right? So maybe I should modify my other flashcard, but whatever. Please teach me. So oshieru is to teach or instruct. To teach. Te is te form. Te form suffix, let's say. And then kudasai just means please. More or less. And then hamon. Okay, well, hamon no tsukai kata. The way of using ripple. Like hamon no tsukai kata. Ripple's way of being used. Yeah, the way Ripple's way of being used. Ripple's usage way. Right? Like the use the way to use of Ripple, if that makes sense. But anyway, the way of using Ripple, it doesn't quite it doesn't quite translate nicely directly into English. Hamon means Ripple. Like water. Well, just Ripple. I don't think there's actually a different word for that in English anyway, so that's fine. No is the possessive marker. Tsukai. Well, it's more like the way of the Hamon wielder, right? Tsukai kata, way of using. Nah, okay. Tsukai, yeah, like using. Not really though. It's like user, isn't it? Great. Just write it out here. Tsukai. Errand, mission, and go on an errand. No. Messenger. Yeah, use, usage. Okay. Usage. Kata. Way. Direction, way, method of, manner of. Yeah, way of, method of. And then or is object marker. So it's at the ender, which is a bit weird. But I guess it works. Fronting the object and ending with or aromatic flair. Very anime. Right, so if I were to write this in a different order, it'd be hamon no tsukai kata o oshite kudasai. But putting oshite kudasai, hamon no tsukai kata o, it's like reversing the order, which makes it more dramatic. Object marker, reversed. Well, yeah. I don't really need to break it down, do I? Yeah, so please teach me the way of the ripple. Now, the way of using ripple. Oshite kudasai. Actually, I do have the audio for this one from Jonathan. Jonathan Joestar. I'll see if I get a cheeky anime picture screenshot for that one. In fact, I might even have one saved already. Whoops. But first, let me get this audio here. There we go. And what the hell? Pictures, VLC, anime. Should really group these by part. Yeah, like the Hamon trading type thing. Anime season 1, episode 3, maybe.
Star's finger.
No, that's impossible. How's he alive?
Perish knowing up.
Nope. Episode 4.
Mask. No sign of it in it.
Yeah.
Mask. No.
It was already hurt.
My arm was. Why are you here? But
Why are
did
you
go
here?
to the trouble in the first place? Of which will change. But how? Look at him do that. His leg.
That's quite a good image.
Those ripples.
Those ripples. Bro, can we get British people to voice act British people, please? Like, I'm sorry, but like, unless you are literally have like professional training for how to do a fake British accent as an American, it's not good, bro.
I've
It's
never
not
seen
good.
water do.
Ah! It's a Japanese one.
I sent my Hamon. You will learn to wit.
And I at the top as pigs.
Speedwagon.
Yeah, that'll do. So let's use this one that I just took. This one, in fact, and to be specific, need to kind of move that. God, shrink this so I actually have space to drag it in. Nice. This is quite packed, isn't it? I guess. Yeah.
教えてください。波紋の使い方を。
教えてください。波紋の使い方を。
Awesome. Please teach me the way to use Ripple. Yeah, that one's a banger. That one is a banger. I can't lie. Gee. Oh yeah, this is a cool quote. The very moment a person is born, they head towards death. This one I think I just got from a dictionary, but Hito wa umareru ya inaya shi ni mukau. Hito wa umareru ya inaya shi ni mukau. Now this one's quite difficult grammatically speaking. Break this down grammatically. Hito wa umareru, to be born. Ya inaya, ya inaya, the moment or as soon as. Shin ni, death, and the ni is toward. In this case, it's direction particle. Toward death. To face, mukau, or to head toward. So the moment a person is born, they head towards death. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It'd be funny if I just like randomly said this one day to someone in Japanese. It's like, oh, you learn Japanese. I'm like, like, oh, you learn Japanese. You speak Japanese then? And I say, hito wa umori. Wait, let me get this right. Hito wa umareyai. What the umareru? Hito wa umareru yainaya. Shi ni mukau. And they'll say, that's so insightful and deep. Yep. The very moment a person is born, they head towards death. Awesome. Good vibes. So hito means person. Wa is the topic marker, as always. Umareru is to be born. Honestly, not that complex grammar-wise. Just like the yai inaya. That's a bit difficult. But I guess, well, not difficult, but a bit unusual, I guess. Ya inaya. The moment or as soon as. Shi is death. Ni, direction marker, in this case. And mukau. Head towards. Head towards or face. Yeah. Then just close all these off with these thingy here. Boom, 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 boom. And then person, yeah. Person to be born. So as for a person, the moment they are born, they head towards death. Just fix up that English one so it makes a bit more sense for the English. Ooh, that is rough. Okay, I got Kakuin. Yep. Let me try a different one. Like someone who's born and heading towards death. How do I represent that? Like fate? Well, not really. Like it's kind of just a fact of the world, isn't it? Hmm. How about like someone being born? What the hell? Who's this? 人は生まれるやいなや. Okay, how are just 生まれる? To give birth. Not what I meant. To be born, I was thinking. As soon as a person is born, they head towards death. Okay, like what's like a fitting image? What the hell? Sui? Let me check my settings real quick so I can actually get Japanese search results. It's really annoying. Yes, language filter, English. Can I have multiple? English, Japanese. I can. Like, I swear I change this like every single time I do this thing. It's so annoying. Try new search. Look, language English. Japanese, apparently. Like, the rest of these results might not be what you're looking for. Why wouldn't they be, you know? Like, I'm so confused. What's like a baby who's like ominously looking towards death? How about baby and Grim Reaper? Huge. Ooh, this is cool. That's a cool image. This is also kind of cool. But this one's just awesome. I'm gonna get that on Instagram, I think. Unless another one comes up, that's cool. Nah, this one's perfect. There's more. Oh, it just zooms in. I don't want this guy's butt crack, so I will go for this image. No offense to my guy's glorious butt crack. Make sure I can actually get this as an image. I can't. Screw you, Instagram. I'll use other methods then to extract this. Like, why does Instagram care if I copy this image? Like, I'm not gonna like pirate an Instagram image. That's not really how it works. I forget where they're stored, but they'll be here somewhere. Just because they have to be to go through. Unless I'm wrong, in which case, screw me. Okay, those are commenters. There we go. Never mind. We're close though. I can smell it. There we go. Open image new tab. Copy image. Boom, boom. Subscribe for more awesome tips on how to get images on Instagram. The very moment a person is born, they are headed towards death.
人は生まれるや否や死に向かう。
人は生まれるや否や死に向かう. Awesome. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cards in total. I mean, I could just check my thing here, couldn't I? 14 cards in total. It says 2 here, but if I refresh, I'll probably update that number. Or is it 2 to review? I actually don't know why it says 2. Review 2. Okay. How long has that been so far? It's been 2 hours so far. So I've made about, I mean, obviously I've been yapping a lot as well, but not bad progress. I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna stop now, but I'm not gonna use this one anyway. For a long time, they'd been my opponents. 彼らは長い間、俺の敵だった. That's a pretty good one to do. The prefix, don't care. I'll call you back. Useful. 我が心と行動に一点の曇りなし。すべてが正義だ. They've been crying endlessly. That's useful. I have a dream. Yeah. So yeah, the rest of these are quite useful. But this is good. This is a good start. I don't know how many
頂点に立つ者は常に一人。
I don't know how many I plan to review overall, like per day. Let me just reset these. Settings. Review settings. Scheduling. Here we go. Limit cards per day. Here, how many new cards you want to learn each day? You can also leave this blank if you don't want to limit them review cards. How does it choose? Like this FSRS? Use the buttons below to see how your responses affect the review schedule. So if I forget it, 1 day, forget again, 1 day, forget again, 1 day, okay. If I remember it, added, then forget it 1 day, then forget it again, okay, no. Remember, forget, remember 3 days, forget 1 day. So if I forget it, then it's immediate the next day. But if I just remember, then forget it, 3 days. Okay, interesting. That's a cool visualization. A bit random, but cool. Random variation to due dates. No, that's fine. Yeah, so there's no limits to how many new cards I can get a day. I guess it just
頂
depends
点
on
に
how many
立
I
つ
want to
者
do.
は常
I probably should have a limit though. For Anki, I think I have 20, maybe, but it might be different though because I have multiple decks, so I generally don't want to do too much. I don't know how to do my settings for this though. Browse. Yeah, I can't remember how I do this. How do I change my settings? Change my settings. It's all stats. It's not, well, Dex is this. Settings? Options. Yeah, that's right. 10 new cards a day. So I'll do 10 new cards a day for now. I mean, I could probably speed through these, but I don't want to, because the thing is, they add up, right? So I'll do 10 tomorrow, not today. I'm gonna leave this now until tomorrow, and then I'm gonna add more tomorrow as well. So if I do it tomorrow, I'll get 10 of these. I'll have 4 remaining, and then I need to add 6 more to keep it up. Because I want to be adding cards fairly frequently, so that I pretty much always have new cards to do. But this will do as a good start. Okay, nice. Well, that is video. That was quite useful. That was quite productive, and I'm optimistic. Definitely smoother process than Anki, just because of the automatic text-to-speech and also the automatic Furiana. Those two things just make things so much easier, and the breakdown is a lot easier as well than I'd be able to do in Anki, at least natively, just because of how Markdown. Like, it's not perfect, but like it's definitely not that cumbersome, and I can't really think of another way I'd do it. So that's very cool. I mean, like, like a better way I do it, I should say. That's like feasible. So that's very cool. And yeah, it being in the browser is also great because it just means that I can do it. I can add new cards and review them very easily. I will review them on mobile, I think, tomorrow to give it a try. But obviously, I can do that. Okay. Yeah. So Mochi, so far so good. Let's see how it holds up. Subscribe for more content.